Hello, my name is Justin. I'm with Panda Exteriors. It's July 28th. I'm here at Miss Brigit Weaver's home. We're going to do an attempted repair. She has damage all over the place. I do not have the expertise to get this one out from under the ridge shingle, so I'm going to select one of these closer to it that are clearly damaged when lifted and creased. You can see that this damage is consistent throughout the entire home. Any repair would only further the damage, causing a cascading effect, never rendering this house to be watertight again, and it wouldn't be pre-storm condition. The shingle that's on the house right now has a 5-inch exposure. As you can see by the width there. The shingle that we would be putting on and what's readily available on the market today. We use a GAF Timberline HDZ shingle. You can see the link there. You can see that this also carries a 6-inch exposure. Any repairs, we'd have to manipulate each and every shingle we put on, which wouldn't make it seal properly, let's be honest. All right, I'm gonna get this going, balance you off here on my phone. Try to get you from my good side. I guess real quick, one last shot of these before I get into it. I'm gonna go in here and attempt to remove this shingle. Okay, and we'll come back in a bit and draw attention to this shingle and these others around it. And honestly, this ridge one probably needs to be done the worst, but in order to get into that, I'm gonna have to take this ridge fence off. We'll pull this one. I'll also send it off to you guys. Let's get in here. First, I'm gonna need to unseal the shingles a bit. Well, as you can see there, this is all unlifted anyway. Yeah, that's all lifted. Look at that. All right, let's get in here. See the delamination here. Let's see if these shingles go through 2 rows or not with the nails. Looks like it. Keep picking. So here we are having to get into the 2nd row above this. These being nailed in twice. You can see here the breakdown. That one's tearing there. And you can see I'm just really minimally touching these things. There we go. All right. I'd just like to show how brittle this thing is. Dry, no bend. I will get this sent off. Check, make sure we're still recording here. Oh yeah. And making good time. Alright, so you can see the pliability of the shingle I'm going to put in there. This thing's brand new, full of oil. Now, as I mentioned, it's not going to fit by length or width. But for the purpose of this attempted repair, we'll let it overhang to keep the house somewhat sealed while you guys get through the decision-making process. Alright, so in doing that repair, you can see the delamination here and here of all these keys. Serious knurling to the edges here. You know, I'm lifting that as minimally as possible and the hammer's catching it. You know, these keys are all breaking free, the edges are knurled all the way around. As you can see, this shingle has started to do the crease that the two below it have done. Woo. You got the edges gnarled all the way across here. Of course, as I mentioned, this shingle is not even gonna fit by length. If we go up here even another shingle above, we see that these keys are starting to delaminate. These are unsealed all the way above it as well, several rows above. This key's damaged. Same with over here. The knurling of the edges here. Listen, because of all these reasons, because of the discontinued nature of the shingle and it not going to fit, I'd consider this repair attempt a fail. I'll get the shingle sent off, and I ask you guys to consider that in your findings. For Miss Weaver.